Motivation. Entrepreneurial motivation may be defined as the process that activates the entrepreneurs to exert a high level of effort for the achievement of his/her goals. In other words, the entrepreneurial motivation refers to the drive or forces within an entrepreneur that affects his/her direction, intensity, and persistence of voluntary behavior. The process of motivation. Motivation is essentially a process. It can be well expressed in the form of a model. So there is an unsatisfied need and a tension is created. The drive comes in, the search behavior comes in. After that, there is a satisfaction of need and the tension gets reduced, reduction of tension, and then there comes another unsatisfied need. So this is the cycle of the process of motivation. On a careful analysis of this model, it can be understood that every individual possesses an urge or a need or a multitude of needs, desires, or expectations. The unsatisfied need leads to tension within the individual and motivates the individual to search for ways to relieve one's own tension. That tension leads the individual to certain drives and searching alternatives to achieve one's goal, which will eventually reduce tension. And there have been various theories of motivation which encourage an entrepreneur to continue his/her work in spite of all odds. Maslow's hierarchy of needs theory. This theory was proposed by Abraham Maslow and is based on the assumption that people are motivated by a series of 5 universal needs. These needs are ranked according to the order in which they influence human behavior in hierarchical fashion. Physiological needs are deemed to be the lowest level needs. These needs include the needs such as food and water. As long as physiological needs are unsatisfied, they exist as a driving or motivating force in a person's life. A hungry person has a felt need. This felt need sets up both psychological and physical tensions that manifest themselves in overt behaviors directed at reducing those tensions, getting something to eat. Once the hunger is satisfied, the tension is reduced and the need for food ceases to motivate. At this point, assuming that other physiological requirements are also satisfied, the next higher order need becomes the motivating need, the safety need. This is the need for shelter and security. It becomes motivators of human behavior. Safety needs include a desire for security, stability, dependency, protection, freedom from fear and anxiety, and a need for structure, order, and law. In the workplace, these needs translate into a need for at least a minimal degree of employment security. The knowledge that we cannot be fired on a whim and that appropriate levels of effort and productivity will ensure continued employment. Social needs. Social needs include the need for belongingness and love. Generally, as gregarious creatures, humans have a need to belong. In the workplace, this need may be satisfied by an ability to interact with one's co-workers and perhaps to be able to work collaboratively with these colleagues. After social needs have been satisfied, ego and self-esteem needs become the motivating needs. Esteem needs include the desire for self-respect, self-esteem, and the esteem of others when focused externally. These needs also include the desire for reputation, prestige, status, fame, glory, dominance, recognition, attention, importance, and appreciation. The highest need in Maslow's hierarchy is that of self-actualization. The need for self-realization, continuous self-development, and the process of becoming all that a person is capable of. McClelland's theory of needs. According to David McClelland, regardless of culture or gender, people are driven by 3 motives. 1. Achievement. 2. Affiliation. 3. Power. Since McClelland's first experiment, over 1,000 studies relevant to achievement motivation have been conducted. These studies strongly support the theory. Achievement. The need for achievement is characterized by the wish to take responsibility for finding solutions to problems, master complex tasks, set goals, and get feedback on level of success. Affiliation. The need for affiliation is characterized by a desire to belong, an enjoyment of teamwork, a concern about interpersonal relationships, and a need to reduce uncertainty. Power. The need for power is characterized by a drive to control and influence others, a need to win arguments, a need to persuade and prevail. According to McClelland, the presence of these motives or drives in an individual indicates a predisposition to behave in certain ways. Therefore, from a manager's perspective, recognizing which need is dominant in any particular individual affects the way in which that person can be motivated. People with achievement motives are motivated by standards of excellence, delineated roles and responsibilities, and concrete timely feedback. Those with affiliation motives are motivated when they can accomplish things with people they know and trust. And the power motive is activated when people are allowed to have an impact, impress those in power, or beat competitors.